was it that we went in there and excavated and cleaned that whole thing out? Wasn't it last year?
That was the, this is a new section. This is right behind the wastewater treatment plant that this section is being taken. The part that we cleared was on the other side of
Greenwood. Or Saratoga. What's that?
Saratoga. I think that's Saratoga. Yeah. So that was, if you want to say upstream, that the city in-house cleared out.
Was it maintained? Is it still clear?
We're mowing the areas that we can mow, yes.
So,
I mean, we couldn't get within the ditch. Again, that's the bottom of the ditch, so that area probably still looks the same.
So it probably looks like the area we're getting ready to clean out?
The area that we're getting cleaned out hasn't been cleaned out at all. It's
Ever.
completely...
It was kind of like the area we cleaned out, because it had not been cleaned out either. It had trees, all kinds of stuff. Here's my concern. I know we need to clean it out, but if we're not going to maintain it, what good does it do to keep spending $1.2 million to clean it out? But my other concern is this. We're not solving the problem. The problem is that's coming down, and we don't want these people, when it floods and the Greenwood plant overflows, we don't want it to flood. So my concern is this, and I've asked this I don't know how many times, and so many other cities use it. I do not get the point why we don't use it. A detention or retention pond from the airport where that water's coming downstream, because that's where it's coming. We know that,
right?
Correct, Mr. Grinsbo?
Yes.
So I see doing this, but simultaneously, why don't we do them together and stop the flow of the water, or slow it down?
So this council approved a master service agreement to us to look at the Oso Basin area, which is like 29 square miles. I think that's the number. And we're going to look at those possibilities for future projects for the whole basin, which is the tributaries going to the Lavoya Creek area.
And I get that, but it's like it's backwards. You don't want to stop the water coming first and then clean it out. I just don't get the comprehension how we're doing this. And you smart men on here, this is what you wanted to do, so that's great we're doing it. But we still have to look at and find a solution for the water coming down.
Yes.
I just don't understand why we're cleaning this out first and not stopping the water. And are we going to even consider doing a detention or retention pond that a lot of cities across the nation do because of flooding?
So we're not just clearing it out. We're also excavating the bank area and making it a wider area.
And I get that.
Okay.
I get that you're doing that. But you know, in business, when you want something done, you just do it. So here, you guys are the ones, the city gives the permits for digging a big hole. We have property out there between the airport and there, because I looked it up to see. I want us to look at this. And to me, why don't you use solid waste equipment, go out there and dig that freaking hole and give us a detention pond so we can stop the water. It would be a lot cheaper than us going to hire. And I know because of all the rules, y'all are going to have to hire this stuff and say, okay, you got to do this and this and this, which is just craziness. Drives me nuts. But I would like for us to look at this, because the water's coming down and I don't see us doing that. So I have a hard time cleaning it out when we know it's going to fill up again and those people are going to get water to their knees. And no telling what comes out of the Greenwood plant. Just frustrates me. I just think we're doing this backwards. Do you agree with me at all, Mr. Grimswell? Come on, help me here.
Well, I do in a sense, but it will, if we actually complete this project, it was proven that this could lower the flood level about 1 foot to 1.5 feet, which would be pretty helpful to the residents that live near there and their wastewater treatment plant as a whole. But in parallel, we did pass the MSA, and I said we, the council, and we're moving forward with that as fast as we can.
But would it be helpful? Is there a possibility? And don't tell me no, because there's proof that detention and retention ponds work. So would it be helpful if we looked at that as a council, as a possibility, Mr. Smith and Mayor, because I know you're big on this, as a detention or retention pond from that area, from the airport between Lavoya Creek? I've been told that.
I can tell you there's been some preliminary work done on that, and I think what you've got to realize is the volumes of water are so significant. You're talking about a very, very large feature. This is not just the little pond.
It's 199 acres out there the city owns. 199 acres the city owns. You gonna make one bigger than that?
They would have to do the analysis, but
you could do the analysis is going to cost a lot of money.
It was quite a large feature that would need to be constructed.
I just want
That was
to-
a preliminary engineering.
If y'all will just put it on your radar just to look at this. We've been talking about this for a couple of years and nobody's even looked at it. I'm just asking you to look at it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr. Smith.